Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to day 10 of Advent of Code. I'm going to try to knock this one out early-ish. Hopefully I can get it all done in this first stream because I have a busy day and I'll be at somebody else's visiting my sister's house today, tomorrow, and the next day. So hopefully I can at least get the stream done today. I'll probably end up having to do 11 and 12 on the road. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I don't know what sort of, camera, microphone, etc. Certainly not going to bring any extra monitors. So we'll see what that stream looks like. It might just be me talking and the screen and not my dumb face, which actually might be good because yesterday I forgot to move the giant picture of my face out of the center and streamed for like an hour and a half within the center, which is not great, not a great look. Should have sent it to the corner. So while I'm thinking about that, I will send myself to the corner and let's read the prompt for day 10. Yes, submarine to determine the best route through the cave, because you want to get out of the cave. Syntax error in navigation systems online, all of them. Sounds like some of the code I write. Damage is worse than we thought. We got a puzzle input. Chunks. Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen these problems before. I don't know if I've completed them before, but I've seen them before. And yeah, there's you gotta sort of get rid of all of them, right? And then we got to find so they open and close. So we'll have to write a test to sort of check them, right? Right. So maybe we'll do some loops and sort of split out those characters. Right. There's other types: incomplete and corrupted. Corrupt means it looks like it means that it has a incorrect ending, right? And we'll just consider the start always correct and the end the incorrect one, even though, right, could be either. Such chunk can appear anywhere, and its presence causes the whole line to be considered corrupted. Okay. Some lines aren't corrupted, just incomplete. We can ignore these lines for now. I'm sure that's going to be the second part. So, I'm wondering how corrupt these are. Well, we'll just write the first one. All right, and then we score them based on what the first illegal character is. And this first illegal character will be a close because we're going to have a bunch of them open and then a close. Okay, I think I can handle this. I think at least do this first part in the time that we have. Let's use 9. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. What's going on over here? Okay. Hey, double digits. That's fun. All right. Okay. Get our test input. That. Get our actual input. get it to the end? Yep. It's weird that there's 94 of them. Okay, that. Let's look at what we got. I don't think we're necessarily going to have to make a slice. I don't know as we have to. Um, we don't have to make ints. We will have to load the input. We'll come back to that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Oh, yesterday was such a bear for me. Don't need to go without that. Um, don't need these globals. Just get rid of part 2. Okay. Bring this back. Data equals load input. What's it mad about? Oh, just that it's not a valid type. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our tests. Don't need to make int. I don't think we need to make any slices. Did I get rid of make slice? Yeah. And we're just gonna keep this here. Why not? We can comment it out if we start. So, what do we want to return? I think we want to just return all of this as a string for now, or a set of strings. List of strings, and it's only going to be one list, right? Let's all different lengths. Right down here. Okay. What happened there? Okay. So what we want to get back is our strings. It's mad at me about resolving tests. I know. Make int, make slice. What? Oh, that's because in our thing here. Okay. So we are It's going to be relatively simple. For num and nums, I don't care. We're just going to I think that should be it. All right. Pass. Okay. This is just telling me that there's some better way to do it. Okay, but long story short, got my input working. All right, let's minimize that. Now, what do we want to test? What we want to do, okay, let's make a quick test for, I'm going to copy this one just because it's the more simple one. How we're going to score these, right? And we're going to pass in a string. Bracket. Curly brace and less than, and we got 57. 1197. I'm gonna screw that up if I try to. Yeah. Okay. So let's make that function. In it, we will have the character that comes in, and we will return an int, and how do we do this? I'll do a case, right? That seems like the easiest. What's it called? Switch. That's what it's called. Switch. So switch character. Case. And that's where we're gonna do case that return. Okay. So what else we got? Curly. We got 57 1197 25137. All right. should return an error if I get to the bottom, but we're just going to trust that they have created everything in the way that they want to. All right, so we can score them. Now what we want to do is we're going to remove the pairs. And that should, I think this will work, right? I don't know if it'll work, to be honest. I think it should. Um, let's comment these out at first, and let's figure out what we're supposed to come back with. All right. So what I want to do is remove what I'm planning on doing is doing a sort of recursive continuous loop where I remove out one of four pairs, right? I see this and I replace it with nothing, and I do it the whole way through, right? Every time I see one, I move one. Let's see if I just like do it manually, what happens. All right, there we go. I've gotten rid of all of them. And what it's saying is it hits the first open one. So it's open, 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 close is incorrect, right? That's the first one. Once it hits that, it's corrupted, right? It shows that it's corrupted. It'll remove it, right? And that would be this one, right? Yeah. So let's make that remove pairs. And I think that this is going to be sort of the hardest piece of it, right? At least for part one. And we're going to pass in string, and we're going to return a string. All right. So what am I going to do? Let's make a simpler one. We call this sort of simple loop remove. And what we're going to do is just do like one round of removing, right? So that's this one. The ones that currently actually are next to their friends. That one, and this one, right? This one becomes there, but it shouldn't be there at first. We've got to do a second loop, right? And let's move this above here so that we can fail it first. No, we'll keep that. Okay. All right, so what I want to do is just going to do one cycle, right? So let's make a remove list that we're going to cycle through. Equals string, and it's going to contain the things that we want to remove, right? That, oops, and that, right? Good. And then we're going to say for do this. Strings replace all, right? Our string being str, old string is the set, and new string is nothing. Okay, and then after this, we're going to return string. All right, we're just going through this once, and good. Remove all pairs here. That means that, make it fail real quick so that we know that it's real. Oh, that was the wrong one. Why is it passing that test? Test remove, test remove. We have remove here. Oh. So this one's a little hard to test. The reason being is that it's going through these first, and for this one, it removed these guys first, so it was able to remove these, which is fine. We'll just, go with it, right? Long story short, though, assuming we pass that through a couple times, or any number of times, right, it should. And we can do that now with this next one, right? Save. Let's paste that in there. Paste that in there, and let's think about what we're removing and what order we're removing them in. First, we're removing the parentheses, right? Okay, then we're removing the curly braces, or the square braces. There's one, and there's two. We're only doing it once, though. Then we're removing the curlies. Only one. And we're removing those, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and test this. Oh, because I have wrong function. All right, it passes. Okay, then next we'll test, this will be our last one. otherwise I won't make any progress. All right, the first thing we're removing is none. Next one we're removing is square ones. Then we're removing curly braces. Oh, and I can just get rid of them that way. Then that should be it. Let's go ahead and test it. Passes. Okay. Now I am at the point where I'm going to remove them. I just need to cycle them. Okay, so let's uncomment out remove pairs now. We know that this should work, right? I'm going to move these up here and then bring them to their end. There we go. That's the end of that one. And that's the end of that one. Okay. Okay. Let's go to remove all pairs. And what we're going to do is right. So here's what we're going to do. An infinite for loop. And we're going to say temp string equals remove string. This is the input, right? And if the length of temp string equals the length of string, then return temp string, right? So this is saying if you try to remove it, if you try to remove characters and it can't remove any characters, then it's done. It's done removing characters. Else, so that means that there are different lengths. String equals temp string, and then we'll pass it through again. We don't need this anymore. Okay, let's test it. It passes. That means that we're able to remove all of them. Okay. Now, the last step is we're going to make a test to take those so I have a score. did we call those? Score line. So what I'm basically going to do is test closer. Right, all that matters is closer. The openers don't matter. And what we'll do, actually, we'll copy that one. Change it to closer, and these are the closers. Um, Hold on. All right. So test that closer. We need to make. Wait, did I? Oops. Stuff should be here. All right. And what I want to do is pass in character. And this is going to look an awfully lot like score here in the center. I think I can do this. All right, passed it. So now we can assess what's true. All right, so I think we're ready to go through all this. There's no sound. You can't hear me. Oh, okay. Yeah. For a second, my daughter came in and was telling me all about her morning. So I muted it there for a second. Sorry about that, Commander. All right. Let's see here. So what do we want? We want, what is our we're going to be adding up all the illegal. Okay, so start with a total, right? And then we're going to, for line in range data, line equals remove all pairs line, right? So now we've parsed everything down. And then for this could have been another thing where I find that character, but we're just going to go with it. If so we're returning true for the closers, right? So if closer, so if this is true, then we will total plus equal score and we will return the total. All right, let's uncomment out this final test that we've been saving for a rainy day. And it fails. Line 54. Oh, because you can do part one. Some leftovers. Okay. Fails. All right, why does it fail? It's going way higher, which leads me to believe that, oh, it's because it's not. So, okay, let's think. Some aren't going to be corrupted. They're going to be incomplete, which means let's find an incomplete one here in our stuff. So they've been using this one. Okay, so this is an incomplete one, right? I'm just going to copy it and see what we got here, and if we can figure out some sort of logic for what's going to happen here. All right, so we're going to remove these. 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 All right, and it's going to go. It should go the whole way through. Hmm. Hmm. Am I like multiplying things or something? All right, let's go ahead and see what we're doing wrong. Did I 251? I mean, how much am I off by? Oh, a lot. First illegal character. Oh. Am I getting all the illegal characters? Yes, I need to escape here. There, passes. I was looking at all the illegal characters. All right, so let's run it now. Go run main.go. And we got our first gold star. All right, I don't know. My wife's asking for coffee. My daughter needs breakfast. My kids need to get ready for school. So unless I think I can do this nice and quick, don't have any incorrect characters. Instead, they're missing some closing characters at the end to repair. They just need to figure out the sequencing to complete all open chunks in the line. So that's easy enough, right? Like we have already broken everything down, right? Because we have line here, which is going to have everything that just needs to be put in reverse, right? So I'm going to skip the tests on this one so that I don't have to uh, scoring is weird. Okay. So I think it's pretty straightforward to add those. I'm just gonna put it. I'm just gonna put it in here in part one. So there's gonna be two things I'm gonna do. This part. Right. Okay. It's gonna just get to the end of it, right? So after it cycles through all of them, we're here with line, right? Other's back. If I mute, that's why. So we're left with line, and then what we need to do is a for I equals length of line minus 1 until I
Daddy, I want to open up my calendar, Mom said.
all right. So we're gonna iterate through this backwards. Because we don't like need to make these strings, right? We just need to look and see which ones need to be added. So while I is greater than 0 or greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So this will iterate through line, right? We need to have some sort of a completion score. Pops in a character and returns an int, which is our score, right? And it will be similar to this other scoring one. But in reverse. Let's see here. So, because remember, we're looking at the ones that need to be completed, right? We're not actually completing them. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. We're gonna go backwards. Start with a total of 0. What are we calling this? Complete score. Why not? It's going to be different for each one. All right, so complete score. Multiply. Jeez, what is this? For each character, multiply the total score by 5. Complete score times 5. Okay. Then increase it by the point value given in the following character. Plus, what do we call that? Completion score. Line I. I think it doesn't like this because I have returning an int. It is an int. Maybe this needs to be turned into an int. Oh, because it's a string? Is that why? No, because... Oh, because it's not a... That's what it is. No, that's not what it is. This is confusing to me. Oh. I spelled that wrong. All right. The question is, do I need this? Or is it already? Nope, I need it. All right, so now I am going through to get my score, right? And Autocomplete tools are not a bunch. The winner's found by sorting all of them. All right, so I'm going to make a list. That's why it's 94 instead of, okay. Equals Vince. And at the end of this, I will complete scores equals pen complete scores complete score. Okay, so now I have a giant list of them, right? And at the very end, I will be sorting them. Sort. Ooh. Complete scores. All right, so they're sorted, and there'll always be an odd number of okay. So always an odd number of scores to consider. So let's say and I believe I'll return complete scores at index complete length divided by 2. I don't know exactly int I don't know if that's exactly right. It might have to be like that -1 or something like that. Answer part 2 answer. I was mad about this. Oh, because I don't use it. Go back to our tests. What's our middle score? All right, let's go ahead and test it. Fails. So I'm going to print out that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't seem right. Why do I have 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's all of them. I don't want all of them. Um, let's see why it would be all of them. I would assume for all of them it gets to 0. Okay, maybe I just need to um, and I might just have to go. Yeah, it's real close to me. Needed to go. Equals 0. Let's see what happens now. Oh, I still get that. All right, I'm gonna have to come back to this. Thanks for watching. I have to get to making my kids breakfast and stuff. What I need to figure out is why I need to think of some logic here of when I do the one thing and when I don't do the other thing. All right, but in the meantime, I gotta go. Take care.